As far as I remember, my dad was on loan to the Royal Malaysian Air Force under the rank of Wing Commander, Squadron Leader at the time, and then latterly Wing Commander. He was there really organising the running of the Air Force base, procedures, getting written procedures, airport procedures, just so the base could operate, or the Royal Malaysian Air Force could operate under British guidelines, really. It was between 1965, 66 and 1970. Yeah, it was the main base in Kuala Lumpur, right in downtown Kuala Lumpur. It was fairly safe. There was a golf course on there, there was a swimming pool on there, you took a bus to school outside, brought back again. The base was like a playground, really. A great time of my life. I do remember that there was an air of secrecy around a particular trip he made, and this would have been around about, I think I was probably 9, possibly 10, so that would have been 1967, 68, and I can't remember which aircraft he took. They didn't have very many sophisticated or long-range aircraft, but I believe it was a Twin Pioneer. Now, Twin Pioneer is a very slow, medium-range aircraft, but there was a sort of shroud of quietness and secrecy about this particular trip, and I was very interested in aircraft, and that my dad did, and I do remember asking him where he'd gone, and he said it was he was asked to make a surveillance trip, and that was it really, and he was away I think for 2 or 3 days. But I do believe that subsequently my dad received the OBE, or the MBE, which I think was subsequently upgraded to OBE, for that contribution. He retired from the Air Force in about, in the mid-70s. He passed away about 5 years ago. That would have been 2006. My brother and I cleared out the house in Norfolk, where he lived, close to Marham Air Base, and it was typical memorabilia really. The medal, of course, and the letter from the Queen, flying logbooks, pictures, just images from his past, really typical sort of forces images. He was a straight Air Force man, wouldn't have said anything. The only thing of interest that we might be able to dig out is his old logbook, which might have an entry in there, a vague entry possibly surrounding this trip. Here.
Bloody hell. What's that?
I don't know. Picture of the old man with some bird. There's a Wing Commander then. See, those are the medals there.
Where? Oh, he's wearing them. Oh, he's showing them.
He's wearing some kind of medal. It may just be service medals, I'm not sure. EFE aggressors. This is from the Chief of Armed Forces Staff, Ministry of Defence, Kuala Lumpur, January 1970. I'm very happy to know that you've been honoured by Her Majesty the Queen with the award of Member of the Order of the British Empire in the New Year's Honours List 1970 for your services to the Royal Malaysian Air Force. I went there when I went on that recent trip to Malaysia, when I was in Kuala Lumpur, just to sort of clear up memory histories. And I went into the flying club, and there were loads of plaques on the wall, of which there was one plaque which was for lifetime captains of the flying club. And there were only about six lifetime members. When I went in there and I met the captain of the flying club, and he said, "Oh yes, oh your father was a lifetime honorary member. That's quite a rare thing." And he said, "Let me just check the records to see if there's no flying club fees that you may be owed from his time as a captain." But the point is that you could ring them up and ask them if there was ever a Canberra located at the Air Force base in Kuala Lumpur, which would be a real indicator that it was being used for that. That would have been the aircraft of choice to make such a to fly to Vietnam for the purpose of aerial photography.